Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, so this is for first grade. I think I was like 6, 7-ish, around there. Um, Now this was a pretty normal year. See, look, wait, I tied my hair up. Well, actually, what I tied my hair up with is a scarf. I couldn't find an elastic, and I put my necklace on, and I changed my shirt, and my makeup's still the same though, and yeah. Okay, so first grade. I remember I had a teacher. Yeah, I had a teacher, and she was a girl, and she was like tall, but I do not remember her name for the life of me. I cannot remember it. And yeah, and I was in the same class as Andrea again. We were always in the same grade and class and whatever. And what else happened? Not much. First grade was pretty simple. I was reading more, I was writing more. I think that's when I really like started putting my gum back in. Okay, sorry if I like. Okay. What else? Not much happened that year. I remember it was my last year at the school that I went to, at that elementary school, because um, every year, because my brother graduated from that elementary school, like he finished 6th grade at that elementary school, and he finished, my sister had gone up to, had gotten up to 4th grade, I think. Yeah, she had gotten up to 4th grade. She should have been in 5th, but she failed grade 1. Hopefully she doesn't see this because she'd kill me. Okay. And what else? And I think it was that year. I think it was that year that I started with my throat infections. And for those of you who know my other account, Silly Sylvie, it was my music account, like my singing account, whatever. And my voice changed a lot because I loved to sing all the time, and I got really bad throat infections to the point where like my tonsils, they would just go together and they'd like touch pretty much. They were only like that far apart, and so I couldn't talk. I could barely breathe. And then whenever I got a throat infection, somehow I would always get my nose blocked, or at least one side of the nose would be blocked or whatever. So it was really hard to breathe. And I think it was either that year or the year before that I also started with asthma attacks at night. So I'm going to put in this video because the other one was longer. So I would be like sleeping, and because I used to sleep in my mom's room. I was mommy's little girl. And I didn't have daddy, so I couldn't be daddy's little girl. So I was just mommy's little girl. And I slept with my mommy, and I would wake up in my uncle's car on my way to the emergency room and couldn't breathe, and I'm like there freaking out like, mommy, what's going on? And I'm trying to talk, but I couldn't, and it was very bad. And that happened a lot. Luckily my uncle, because we don't have a car, like my mom doesn't drive, I couldn't drive, I was whatever, and I still don't drive, and my brother and sister, they weren't of legal age yet, and neither of them, well, my brother can drive, but he doesn't have a car now, but whatever. And so luckily my uncle lived nearby, so we just called him. My mom would call him in like 3 in the morning and say, come on, we have to take Sylvie to the hospital, something's wrong. And my grandparents lived downstairs, so they could watch my brother and sister, luckily. And yeah, because I was like 6, I think, so Priscilla was 6. My sister was 10 and my brother was 14, because we're each 4 years apart. Like so like, let's say I'm 4, Priscilla's 8, Eddie's 12, and then my little cousin Christina is actually 4 years younger than me, and then we have another little cousin Vanessa who's 5 years younger from Christina, and yeah, and and then my nephew is actually 5 years younger from my little cousin, so it's a really weird cycle. And so it's like 4, 4, 4, 4, it's 5, 5, whatever. Okay, okay. So I always got that, and I remember I had to gargle salt water. Like in class, I would get sent to the office just to gargle salt water. And yeah, And I remember at this school, I think I could say the name of it because it closed down now. St. Patrick's. There's actually another one named St. Patrick's now that I know people that go there. But whatever. It I actually go to that school. Okay, that's gonna be another video, right? Okay. They had, like, during Christmas, everybody would get a present. So I remember we went into this gym that seemed huge at the time, but now when you guys see my after high school video, I'm gonna explain it to you, but whatever. Now, okay, so I remember going there, and my sister got, like, this Dollarama tea set. Like, obviously it was little stuff, it wasn't that big, so it was like this big, and it had, like, little cups and stuff. That Priscilla used to tell me that it was real china, and trying to convince me of it, even though I was not gullible. Well, I don't think I was gullible. And yeah. And so, like, there were little cups like this big and a little tea thing that was this big, and it was really cute. And I remember saying, I want that. I want it, but I didn't get it. I got a Barbie. And I was very excited still, and I was like, yay, Barbie! Yeah. What else did I do? I think that's about it. It was my last year there before I started my other school. And yep. Oh, the reason I left, it wasn't because it closed down yet, because if I waited for it to actually close down, I would have graduated 6th grade, because in Montreal, or I don't know if it's all over Canada or whatever, but where I live, elementary school is from pre-kindergarten, so like when you're 4 until 6th grade, which is when you're about 12 years old. There's no middle school here, so yeah. So every year that my brother, my sister, and I were there, they would send letters home saying, "Oh, you should look for another elementary school for your kids because we're gonna shut down this year." And then they'd send another message like a few weeks before summer was over. Well, a few weeks before you were supposed to sign up for another school, saying, "Oh no, wait, we're staying open. You could stay with us." And my mom just got tired of it, so she just changed schools. And yeah, so my next video for grade 2 is going to be for my other school and stuff. So yeah, that's coming up in like a few minutes. Bye guys!